Good morning and welcome into the Crown National Championship DR7 here in the Villages, Florida this weekend. And we head now to the 8U ranks, the 8U division, where we have a Florida versus Texas matchup. It's the SED Battleboyz taking on Manatee. We saw this SED Battleboyz team 2 weeks ago in Dallas take home the title. They came here, they got their paid bid to the Crown, they pulled up to the Crown, and they get the chance to match up with Manatee. This is a Manatee team who on the season has won several championships on different circuits. It's our first time seeing this program here in the DR7 ranks, but repping Manatee County, then we know they're going to bring it, and it's going to be fun. I got the chance to talk with a Manatee coach prior to this game. He helped me out with the roster, and he said they're ready to go. He told all the kids, he said, hey, you guys are going to be on YouTube. If you get head topped, if you get blurred, it's going to be on the internet forever. And he's going to call you out. He even said I was going to call everyone else. I don't know if I'm going to do all that, Coach.
Slow down, Coach.
This is what it's all about, though, CJ. Florida versus Texas, two of the premier, if not the premier football states in the country. And I'm going to say the premier football states in the country.
Yeah, we have two really good programs right now between Manatee and SED Battleboyz. I remember that name, SED Battleboyz, for sure. Get a chance to see, what Manatee is about. They're on defense right now, playing down low on the field, but ultimately, it's going to be another good game between two AU programs in our pool play game. Had a really heck of a game between two 10U teams earlier today. Apex Elite came out on top in that game with a really game-sealing drive between Tyler Smitty and Reeves there. So can't wait to see what 8U has in store for us. And then later on in the day, we got, our 12U matchups or our 10U matchup. 12U and 15 and then 18U matchups as well. So we have a really good action-packed day in store for you guys.
Let's look at that full schedule graphic for what's to come the remainder of the day here on the DR Sports Media Network. You see a lot of defending DR7 champions. Next up, it'll be that 12U game that you were mentioning, CJ. We saw YCA win it at our second Houston tournament. I know they've got some new faces on that team that we're excited to see. The Florida Bombers, man, they were really impressive the last time we were here at the Villages. Yeah. A blowout win over Team Elite. Then the 14U game. This is one that I'm looking forward to, a Florida versus Georgia matchup, the 813 Hawks. Probably the best 14U team in the nation, taking on a Route 80 Elite team who really impressed us in Atlanta. Then we've got Canada in the building at 2 p.m. They'll take on Prime 8, the Canada versus Florida matchup. And we'll close out the day in 18U with True Buzz taking on Team Tampa. That's the one that I probably have circled on my notes, True Buzz and Team Tampa, because those are two elite programs in the 77 ranks.
Definitely well known.
They've been around for a while.
Yeah, definitely well known. That 18U pool play game between True Buzz and Team Tampa at 4:30 is going to be one that you guys need to stick around and watch for us. 813 Hawks, we got a chance to see them. Can't wait to see what Route 80 does out of Georgia. So that's going to be a program that, between those two teams, we're going to start heating up here in a little bit, especially in that 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock hour. So stay tuned with us, stay locked. We got the SED Battleboyz and Manatee at 11 o'clock. So it's going to be some really good stuff.
SED is actually coming off a pool play loss. This will be the second pool play game for both of these teams as Manatee is wrapping up their game now against Eat Speed Elite. So we'll be getting set to get underway here momentarily, but Crab 5, a rematch of that Dallas championship a couple weeks back, they came out on top over SED 17-14. So Southeast Dallas, the Wolverine Battleboyz, will be trying to get back on track here in their second pool play game of the day. What do you think about the jerseys there? A little hard to see maybe. Maybe you get lost with that camo on the jerseys.
That camo is actually pretty. I like it. You don't really get a chance to see that many camouflage jerseys. Actually, got a chance to see what Sweet Feet and Big Zebo and all those guys, the answer, number 3 right there. All those guys, I love the nicknames as well. So that'll be something to definitely watch as, we'll get a chance to see SED Battleboyz and then the beautiful Buffalo right there for the Villages. This is a complex like no other. Like we've hosted here now the third time being the Crown, and it's been beautiful. You see all the palm trees in the background, and every single team here is playing for that, that Crown championship. So can't wait to just see what we have in this AU pool play game. As I believe Manatee is getting done with their pool play game and walking over here. So we'll get ready to get started in a little bit.
We talk about the paid bid to the crown and the benefits of DR7 throughout the season. Of course, if you win a regular season tournament, you get that paid bid, that free trip here to the Crown National Championship. But CJ, what happens when you win the Crown National Championship? Well, you get to play the following season for free at any tournament that you want to come to. We saw Hustle Link 405. They've came to about 4 or 5 DR7 tournaments this season after winning the crown last year in Texas. So that's what's at stake here this weekend. You can play in any DR7 tournament you want in 2026 in that age group for free. Definitely make sure you check us out on social media as we get set to get going here in just a moment. DR Sports, that's DR Sports with a Z on Instagram. Twitter, it's DR_sports with a Z, Facebook, TikTok as well. And then make sure you check out the platform. The platform, DR.com, will have coverage from throughout the weekend. All of our platform scouts doing a great job. I know there's already been some articles out and published, so definitely make sure you check out the platform, DR.com. I know they'll have coverage not only from today, but from Crown Sunday as well, with standouts, Drew Johnson, Nick Gradney, Mark Henry, Coach Buckets as well. They do a great job, so definitely make sure you check them out and follow the platform DR on social media also. But both teams coming together now, getting set for this one, Florida versus Texas matchup. And a battle of great jerseys, too.
Yeah, 2 really good jerseys, or standout jerseys. As you see, Manatee kind of like in the, the blue and the split blue and red jersey with the pattern on it. And then we've already talked about Sed Battleboyz with the, camouflage, blacked out jerseys. Really some awesome stuff from both sides of the coin here.
So I'm going to put you on the spot. Who has the better uniforms?
Man, I'm gonna probably go with Sed Battleboyz. I'm really feeling the camo.
Okay.
I like the camo. I think it's different. I don't think we've ever seen a pattern like that. Even with Manatee, it looked like they have kind of like some floral type designs in there. So they do have some good designs in theirs as well. And this will be one of those games where when we look back on it on the live stream, that hey, this might be some good jersey combinations.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to have to disagree, though. I like the red and the blue for Manatee. But we're going to see as the course of the game goes on how hard it is to see the jersey numbers from up here in our broadcast spot. That might change my opinion a little bit.
I know you're very big on trying to see the actual numbers and things like that. So that'll be something to definitely see what we're watching for.
Hey, let's go down to the coin toss on the field as we get set to get underway.
Heads, tails, what's your choice? Heads is the call. It is tails. You want to toss? Okay, they're going to take the ball. Have a great game, guys.
You think about the decision there, CJ. They always says tails never fails. Maybe should have went with tails here. I don't know. It doesn't matter in the pool play game. But
they always say tails never fails, but you can see that the confidence that the young man walked off of the field of, back to his huddle with that, Manatee is kind of, locked and loaded and ready for this ball game. So I think we're going to have a really good game in store. As you see on the opposing side, Sed Battleboyz kind of, getting ready to, do what they need to do on offense as well.
Shout out to the Steele family in the YouTube comments. They say that the Sed Battleboyz have 8 different 7v7 uniforms. So if you don't like these, they've got 6 other ones that they can put on. I like these, though. I think
they'll swap them out for you. Yeah, the wind is kind of heavy out here. Picking up, trying to see if it is going from left to right. So that'll be in favor of the quarterbacks. The Battleboyz will get first chance at points here. But, yeah, the win is to the back of the quarterback. So that'll be maybe some impactful play in the game.
And we are underway here as it's a quick completion for the Battleboyz. Battleboyz in the black uniforms, Manatee in the red and blue. And a quick completion to pick up 5 yards for the Battleboyz. King Rush is the quarterback for SED.
And King was one of those quarterbacks that we saw last time at the Villages. He done his due diligence and was really a standout player for the Battleboyz. So
picks up 5 on first down. Here's the second down throw. It's another completion. It's going to be a third down and about 2 now.
Third down.
And that was Trayvon Square, another impact player for the SED Battleboyz. Between him, Square, and I believe
First down.
Another quick completion for the Battleboyz, picks up a first down. as that catch was made by Kalen Sims. So quickly on the ball have been the Battleboyz. Let's see if they continue to operate with this tempo.
But definitely Square has been a top target for the Battleboyz. Him and King is been on a heater last time I got a chance to see them.
So that picks up a first down. Could pick up a first down at the 25 and 10-yard lines. They can still get another one if they pick up 10 yards. A little slower tempo here as they're under the 10-second clock. First down throw is caught and some space to run. Did he get tagged? Diving effort there from the Manatee defender. They'll mark him inside the 5 as that was Kalen Sims again on the catch. And King Rush is 4 for 4 to start the game.
And right now, the Battleboyz are just playing on a different speed than Manatee, so that'll be something that, they'll have to kind of fix as they, maybe get their first opportunity at a drive in a few minutes.
2 a.m. Mason in the comments says, I'm there right now? No way. It's crazy. We're live here right now. I love it. So now another first down there on the completion to Kalen Sims. As here's King Rush getting set here on a 1st and goal from inside the 3.
Back up, coach. Back up, coach.
SED trying to strike first, and they will. As that is Kalen Sims for 6. King Rush goes 5 for 5 on the opening series, and the Battleboyz are on the board. Texas in the building, CJ.
A really methodical drive, as you see right here on the DR7 replay, caught by Kalen Sims, thrown by King Rush, and like you mentioned before, going 5 for 5. They'll elect to go for 1 point right here.
Going for the 1-point conversion from the 3-yard line. You can go for 2 from the 10. Quick drive. They slowed things down on their last couple plays, but we saw them come out with a fast pace to open the possession. Now taking their time here on this conversion as King Rush looks to remain perfect. Throwing over to the right side, has a man open, and they'll add on to their advantage as Rush improves to 6 for 6 throwing the football here.
And I believe that was Square on the reception. So, like you mentioned before, and like we've seen on this first drive, going 6 for 6, King Rush, and this offense was methodically moving down the field, taking absolutely almost 4 minutes off the clock, nearly 5, and really that was one of those drives where it was a damaging drive and almost can cool down or speed up a defense.
They don't call Kalen Sims sweet feet for nothing. Now there's a chance to see Jackson Reuter, Manatee quarterback, for the first time. He'll throw over to the left side and has a completion. Some moves being applied there after the catch. And he is tagged and brought down. That was Cash Freeman, the receiver for Manatee.
Second and 11 from the 36.
A lot of Battleboyz fans in the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. Help us out on the page. Drop a like. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. As Reuter rolls out on 2nd down. Looking long.
Deep right there.
And knocked away. Defensive pressure applied by Caden Washington. And it's going to be a 3rd down and about 11 coming up for Manatee.
It looks like we have a man down for the Battleboyz. Might have taken a hard fall trying to break up that Manatee pass breakup. Hopefully the young man's okay. But, yeah, really good arm strength shown by Jackson Reuter for Manatee on that play.
So coach is coming over to check on the injured player. Looks like there was a collision trying to break up the pass. As you see, the wind not too crazy here, but enough to impact play. Perfect sunny skies. I don't see a cloud in the sky, CJ.
Yeah, perfect weather, Florida weather. We had some bipolarness yesterday. Almost ran into some rain with the MVP Bowl, but ultimately we have no rain in the forecast. Going to be sunny from Saturday to Sunday, so we got some really good stuff. And that's actually King limping off the field. So that was the quarterback for Battleboyz limping off the field. So that can be potentially huge loss for the Battleboyz, potentially.
Definitely hope he's okay. 3rd and 11 coming up here for Manatee. Got to get it to the 25-yard line or further to keep that offense out there. Here's Reuter loading up. Didn't get it off in time, and it's a turnover on downs.
And this is a quick turnaround right here. We just saw King limp off the field, and now they're on offense. So we'll see what the Battleboyz do, see if King takes a rest right here or who they actually come out with. I think he's jogging on the field, so we'll get a chance to see King Rush and this offense back again for a second time with getting 2 points on the board, going up 9-0 with 20 minutes left to go in this ball game.
Rush a perfect 6 for 6 on the first series, leading that scoring drive. Capped it off with the touchdown to Kalen Sims. Here we see that quick tempo again. Manatee wasn't ready for it, and that pass is complete. Looked like that was number 0, Caden Washington, on the receiving end.
And you can tell that the Battleboyz are just taking advantage of the mismatches right here. Manatee is playing really off-man coverage, and the Battleboyz are just too quick in space, and King is taking advantage of it.
Picked up 8 yards on first down. Second about 6 or 7. Here is Rush looking long.
He got him.
Man.
Oh! He drops it.
Couldn't come up with it, but what a throw from King Rush. And unfortunately for King, that's his first incompletion, but that one was not on him. Receiver had some space. That was Trayvon Square, the young playmaker for SED.
Yeah, Square just couldn't come up with that one. They'll get another shot at it, though.
It is going to be a 3rd down coming up, so Manatee can get on the board here with the stop.
Need about 7 yards to pick up a first, move the sticks, 25-yard line. They're sitting right now at the 32.
Under 10 seconds to get the snap off. SED coach getting everyone in order. And here is King Rush on 3rd down. Over the middle, behind his receiver. And it's a turnover on downs. Manatee is on the board.
It's a 40-second play clock, right?
Yeah, Manatee right there gets on the board on a defensive stop. As far as King, you have to think just overall the connection between Square, which they missed on the reception, and then trying to force it into his other receiver to try to pick up the first down. The coaching staff is kind of, once again, methodically trying to just work that play clock. But you have to think that, now with them turning the ball over, they'll come out hot next drive. But we'll see what Manatee and this offense can potentially do with Reuter.
Both these teams coming off losses in their first pool play game. Manatee fell to Eat Speed Elites, and Battleboyz fell to Crab 5. So this is an important game for the seeding on Crown Sunday for both of these teams. Reuter, pump fake, looking over the middle, throwing it up. And that one overshot, but look at the arms. This is an 8-year-old quarterback out there slinging it, CJ.
Yeah, he's slinging it from the 40 and almost getting it to the 10-yard line. He had like a stop and go to his ex-receiver, didn't want to hit him, and then went inside up the hash. You can see he's looking towards him, pump fakes him, and then say, hey, I can chunk it down the middle of the field. Luckily for the Battleboyz, they had a safety help over the top there, or that could have been 6.
It's good coverage. I believe that was Zion Hyder in coverage, number 10. So here's the 2nd down, another pump fake from Reuter. He's looking long again, throwing it up. Receiver has to turn around, trying to make an adjustment, and he couldn't. So 3rd down, 15 coming up, as Manatee couldn't find Madden Moore there on that near sideline.
And now Manatee is in a peculiar situation, already down 7 points, and have to pick up 15 to keep the chains and the offense on the field. Do they do it, or do the Battleboyz go up 9 points here?
If anyone can do it, it's Jackson Reuter. We've seen that cannon on display the last couple of plays. That time it's short, and receiver got stopped up, and he got tagged. He didn't get tagged initially. Then finally, Damani Lloyd comes up and makes the tag. I believe the receiver there for Manatee might have got hit in the face inadvertently. Either way, it's going to be a turnover on downs, and Battleboyz taking 11-2 lead here.
Yeah, and that is something that we've mentioned before as far as what do you do on your first 2 downs? Like, you see that the Manatee had a plan or a strategy to come out and try to swing for the fences with 2 big shock plays over the top and failed, but ultimately getting from the 40 to the 30, only picking up 10 yards. You need 15 to pick up that initial first down. So they come up short, and that's 2 points for the Battleboyz. The Battleboyz, what King Rush and company has been doing, they've driven the ball down the field already. So they can really blow this gap even more wide this drive.
Got to be ready if you're the Manatee defense. We've seen SED operate quickly, this time kind of taking their time a little bit. But they've taken advantage of that off coverage that Manatee's shown at times this game. This time they'll get the short completion, and backtracking a little bit was that SED receiver. He made the catch, but Coach did not appreciate him running backwards. Go north and south.
Yeah, definitely. If you're a young receiver listening to this, your coaches are always going to tell you, go north and south. Get the ball, go north and south. Don't go east and west. You're going to lose yards. That was a 5-yard pickup, end up being a 3-yard gain when, now you need 13 yards or you need 12 yards to pick up a first down instead of 10 yards.
Battleboyz looking to add to their 11-2 lead. Here's the quarterback, King Rush, rolling out to his left, has another completion. It'll be short of a first down as the catch was made by Trayvon Square.
Really good yards at the catch by Trayvon Square right there. They're only a yard short, and King Rush and his offense will have a pivotal third down. Manatee has to get off the field on defense. You see their coaches on the sideline knowing the situation, lining up man across the board, not letting the Battleboyz get a free release here.
See how both these teams approach this third and short situation. 11-2 is your score. Battleboyz leading, about 10 minutes gone here in the second 8U pool play game for both of these teams. Here's King Rush. Nice route there to pick up the first down. And that is young Sweet Feet, Kalen Sims, moving the chains for SED.
And Sweet Feet definitely was nice with his footwork on that catch right there, picking up a first down for the Battleboyz.
Spotted just short of the 20-yard line. Still pick up another first down at the 10. Ben Spicer, CJ Gilbert coming your way here on the DR Sports Media Network. Here's King Rush.
He's launching it down the field.
Looking for a long ball.
Ooh.
Hit his receiver again, but they could not connect. So that brings us to second down now.
Second down.
Both these 8U quarterbacks, they've got some tools that they can work with. Going to be interesting to follow their careers as they continue to develop and get better.
Yeah, no, definitely that. So both King Rush and
Jackson Reuter
is some guys that have powerful arm strength.
So second down and about 11 coming up here. We see the Battleboyz slowing the pace here on this series.
10 to snap.
Under 10 seconds to snap.
5.
Here is King Rush after that last incompletion. Second down throw behind his receiver. So back-to-back incompletions bring us to a third down and about 11 here, CJ.
Manatee has to get off the field right here. That concept, that kind of, just that slant pattern that's right across King Rush's face, it's been kind of, hindering him a little bit. He's throwing the ball behind his receivers. If he can get out in space and get it in front of his receivers and more of lead them, the Battleboyz receivers have enough speed to pull away from these Manatee defenders.
Quads to the left for King Rush. One receiver all alone to the right side of the formation. Got to snap the ball quickly here. King Rush gets it off just in time. Third down throw upcoming over the middle.
Good
Tough catch.
Touchdown.
And he got in. The Battleboyz come through on third down. It's Sweet Feet, Kalen Sims with his second touchdown of the game. And the Battleboyz pulling away here. They take a 15-point advantage with the conversion upcoming.
And Kalen Sims made up for that 3-yard pickup that he had early in the drive. Look at the catch. Look at the concentration. And then overall finishing for the score. Like I mentioned before, he didn't have to worry about going north and south that time. He got up in there and really put it out there on notice that he is one of the top 8U receivers.
1-point conversion coming up for the Battleboyz, and it falls incomplete. So King Rush 11 for 16 passing, 2 touchdowns, and he has the Battleboyz in front here 17-2. So let's see what Jackson Reuter and Manatee can do here now, trailing by 15 points.
The main thing here is if you're the Battleboyz, you kind of already know the Manatee's formula. You know what Jackson Reuter and this coaching staff wants to do. They want to push the ball down the field. So if you're the Battleboyz and on defense, you want to play 2 high safeties. You don't want to get beat over the top. You want to play man cover so you don't, allow anything funky underneath. But ultimately, Manatee's kind of in a forced position to kind of, press the ball down the field because it's 11 and a half minutes left to go in this ball game.
Twin receivers both sides. A running back behind Reuter here on the first down throw. Reuter gunning long again for his back out of the backfield. and it falls incomplete.
Second down.
Was trying to get it to Torrey Thompson, and instead it falls incomplete. Jackson Reuter, per our unofficial stats, 2 for 6 passing. He's taken a couple 4-second violations as well. We've seen the arm strength. It's impressive, but he's just been a little bit off target at times here in this one. Set to be faced with a 2nd down and 15. Same formation here with the running back in the backfield of Thompson. Here is Reuter. Reuter pump faking, throwing over the middle.
That'll be a 4-second call.
It was intercepted by the Battleboyz, but that was after the 4-second whistle.
Yeah, and like we said before, the first play call on 1st down was a intriguing play call as far as like a creative one, kind of getting a swing pass out to the backfield, or a wheel route out of the backfield. I like that concept for Manatee, but overall, the receivers haven't been doing, Reuter any favors as well. So with him trying to press the ball down the field, and now with it being 3rd down, they have to pick up 15 yards once again to pick up a 1st down.
Got to get it to the 25, or the Battleboyz will take a 19-2 lead. Here is Reuter rolling right, throwing it up. Got his man.
He's up the
Stays in
sideline. He might get a
bounds.
touchdown here. Will he call
And
it?
he's in.
Touchdown!
Touchdown for Manatee. The answer they needed. It comes on a 3rd down and a long ways to go.
Wow, that was a play that needed to be had for Manatee football here. And Jackson Reuter rolling to the right, getting it to his receiver, launching it, trusting his guy to get it on the sideline, get those feet down, and stride up the sideline, getting 1 foot, 2 foot, all steps in bounds. And ultimately, did he get touched?
They'll say no. That was Thomas McDuffie Jr. on the score, coming through for Jackson Reuter and the Manatee offense. They're not done yet. Here's Reuter on the 2-point try.
Same play
throwing
call.
it up. Oh! Just overthrew his receiver, and the score remains 17-8.
And that was the same type of play call right there for the Manatee football team, just to kind of get it out to the receiver on a flood or a shallow right there. And really was really good ball on third and long, and you get a play like that for a touchdown. So Manatee is right back in this ball game. They get a defensive stand right here, and it's a whole new ball game.
King Rush back out on the field. He's thrown 2 touchdowns. He's 11 for 16 per our DR7 stats. A couple touchdown throws to Kalen Sweet Feet Sims, and he's got trips here to start things off.
Good catch.
Throw over to the left side. Trayvon Square with another catch.
It was a really good catch by Square there. He got up over the kind of a miniature head top right there to move the chains. There's another quick pitch and catch right there.
3rd down.
And the Battleboyz will punish you if you're not up on the ball, ready to go. They'll take what you give them.
Yeah, they'll make you pay. 3rd and 1, another quick short pass right there. I believe that's Sweet Feet. Kalen Sims, that'll pick up a 1st down, and Battleboyz are just kind of milking the clock, almost extending the run game with those dink and dunk passes.
23. He's not in the tackle box. He's good.
Trips to the left for the quarterback, King Rush, who's 3 for 3 on this series. 14 for 19 overall. After picking up that 1st down, another quick throw and another completion. And some shiftiness after, a little shake and bake. As that was Trayvon Square, again, the receiver coming through for the Battleboyz.
Yeah, he had all the angles right there. Square was he was zigzagging on that play.
Quickly, here come the Battleboyz again. They've got another completion, and they've got another 1st down.
Sweet Feet Square. Sweet Feet Square. It's been Sims and Square. Sims and Square. It's almost like a cheat code in the video game right now.
See how they approach this now. 1st and goal from about the 7-yard line. Looking to add to their 17-8 edge here.
And now you kind of see what coach is doing, kind of methodically slowing the game down. You'll hear it from the ref, give him a clock, 10 seconds to go. So they might not even snap it until it's literally 4, 3, 2 seconds on the clock.
Here is King Rush looking to stay perfect on the drive. And he'll do just that. Touchdown toss. Again, his 3rd scoring strike of the game. And the Battleboyz take a 23-8 lead. Didn't see who caught that touchdown, unfortunately, for the Battleboyz. I know we got a lot of SED fans in the chat. Help us out if you can. Maybe we'll get a good look at it here.
I believe Cedric Valentine made the catch,
That
number
was
3 right there. Let's see the name on his back of his jersey. can't really get that. But damn,
The answer.
He was definitely the. He should have known by number 3 AI, a little reference right there. So should have known something like that.
1-point conversion coming for the Battleboyz. Open receiver, it's knocked away. Good coverage applied from Manatee.
Yeah, really good stuff right there by the Manatee defender right there to kind of break up that pass. A lot of air on that ball. So that's the good thing for Manatee right there to stop that point conversion. But ultimately, it's going to be up to Jackson Reuter and this offense to put points on the board. Almost 5.5 minutes left to go in this ball game, down multiple possessions.
23-8 is your score, coming up on 5 minutes to play here. 8U pool play matchup. Florida versus Texas. So far, the Lone Star State showing out here. Both these teams looking for their first pool play win of the morning. Started out 0-1. It's going to be trips here for Reuter, looking to lead back-to-back scoring drives for Manatee, and that pass is dropped.
And that was really good ball skill shown by Moneybag, number 7, Damani Lloyd. Really to fight through the whole play and really poke it out at the end.
So not sure if there was a flag there. I guess they'll say it wasn't complete. And so second down, they'll pick up about 8 yards there. Another completion for Reuter.
First down.
And that catch made by Manatee, that was Madden Moore making the reception. And that'll pick up a first down for the Manatee offense. See what they do down the stretch here as Reuter looking to complete 3 in a row.
There's a man wide open in the middle.
For it all. In between 2 SED defenders. Receiver couldn't come away with it. And it's going to bring us to second down now.
And that was not the first read by Reuter, but the second one. He was trying to go to his top man that made the first touchdown for Manatee, and then he tried to come across his body, throw the ball across his body to get it down into the low red zone. We'll see what they have here.
Reuter has 3 receivers to his right on the second down throw. And that one falls incomplete. Had a man there but couldn't come away with it. So now a 3rd down and 13 coming up here. Got to get it to the 10.
Third down. Third and 13 from the 20.
Reuter had completed 2 in a row to start the drive. Now 2 straight incompletions brings us to 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and 13. You heard it here from the referees down here in the beautiful Villages, home of the Buffalo. And we'll see what Manatee and the offense have here.
3rd down, Reuter pump faking, looking towards the end zone. Jump ball up in the air, and it's incomplete. 2 more points for the Battleboyz to take a 25-8 lead, and I think Reuter had a receiver that he missed there, CJ.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Reuter just didn't see the man in the corner of the end zone, but he had a receiver wide open in the back corner, bottom side end zone, and had the wind to his back as well. So he definitely, with the arm strength, he definitely could have made that pass a crucial turnover for Manatee. And like you mentioned, Battleboyz going up now 25-8 with 2.5 minutes left to go.
Battleboyz defense has been impressive. They forced 3 turnovers on downs here in this game. Their offense has cashed in as well. King Rush 17 for 23 passing. He's led scoring drives on 3 of 4 possessions for the Battleboyz.
5, 4, 3.
25-8 your score. Here's King Rush over the middle, and that one falls incomplete.
Second down.
And you can tell now that really the Battleboyz are just going to take their time. It's second down, no rush into really snapping this ball until, you know, the lead official gives you that 5-second call. So it's been all Battleboyz right here. Thank for everybody that's watching our live stream, and even the fans that's in the stands here. You see a dad recording probably his nephew or son in this ball game.
Battleboyz taking their time here, using every second of that play clock. They find themselves in a comfortable lead, looking to add to that advantage, though, and that one, jump ball that falls incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 15 coming up. Manatee can add 2 points to the scoreboard here if they make a defensive stop.
Overall, it was some key things that, both programs can take away from this. As far as the Battleboyz cleaning up things on defensive side of the ball to be more dominant, and then as far as Manatee, they've had crucial drops. So I think that Reuter is a quarterback that can launch it down the field, but ultimately, outside of that one touchdown that was, an intermediate pass and yak yards to get the touchdown, they need to work on some chemistry there.
Third down throw.
Ooh.
Off the hands of the receiver, and it's going to be 2 more points for Manatee.
That was almost a highlight catch by K-Dub right there on the DR7 replay, worth a shot, and almost had it, being even held by the Manatee defender there. That would have been a catch that he would have appreciated it, that he would have had.
We know Reuter has the arm strength. Let's see if they can cash in here in the final seconds. Lobbing one up, and the man makes a catch. The play of the game so far, courtesy of Madden Moore.
And
Up
really
and moving now is the Manatee offense.
Yeah, and really a head-topping catch. Got 5 seconds left in the game. We're probably going to get a Hail Mary right here.
Here's Reuter throwing it up towards the end zone. Couldn't time that one, and it falls incomplete. That will be the game, 25-10. Texas coming out on top in this matchup of Texas versus Florida, as it's the SED Battleboyz getting the win, and a strong performance from the duo, the dynamic duo, King Rush and Kalen Sweet Feet Sims, CJ.
Yeah, that duo, like I said, we mentioned before, Sweet Feet Sims there. It's definitely a guy to watch in the 8U ranks. And then King Rush, throwing multiple touchdowns in this game right here. Battleboyz looking like a team to beat and possibly 8U pool play. I like the horn. I knew I heard a train, but I didn't see anything. So I can definitely hear the train horn from our fans out there. So that's really good stuff for, just getting everybody involved. But ultimately, the Battleboyz look really good, impressive. King Rush, Sweet Feet, Cedric Valentine got a touchdown in there as well. So, and he was the answer. He was the clutch guy that kind of, put this ball club up, multiple possessions going late in the ball game. So Battleboyz get a really good victory, both coming off the L column. So Battleboyz get in the dub column.
Let's look at our schedule, streaming schedule upcoming here on the DR Sports Media Network. Again, 4 more games still coming your way as we move next to the 12U ranks, where it's going to be YCA taking on the Florida Bombers. That's another Texas versus Florida matchup. Then at 2 p.m. we'll have Canada in the building. MVP Academy takes on
Canada.
Prime 8. Then 813 Hawks and a Route 80 Elite in 14U at 3 p.m. We'll close things out here at 4:30. True Buzz taking on Team Tampa. A lot of great matchups. You don't want to miss them. All the Battleboyz fans in the chat, make sure you help us out. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Also, make sure you turn on those notifications when you're alerted when we go live. You might see the Battleboyz in the championship on Crown Sunday, so make sure you turn those notifications on so you're alerted if we do go live. For CJ Gilbert, I'm Ben Spicer. Thanks for watching. We'll take a little break and be back here soon on the DR Sports Media Network.